I'm really, I'm really guilty of this myself. When we watch our favorite TV shows, we take for granted really the job of the actors for a variety of reasons. I mean, we relate to them, we love them, we admire them, we feel that those are, they're really the characters, and for whatever reason, we just sort of don't really think about what goes into acting. But it takes a huge amount of work to be that proficient. Great actors of all ages don't just waltz in and say their lines and waltz out, unlike Andy and Say. I'm just lucky if they just show up for work.
Oh, it's Thursday again?
Yeah, right. What I put up with here. Most actors, other than those two, work extremely hard at their craft, and they employ a lot of help. People who coach and guide them, give them feedback and suggestions, maybe even help before they get the job, like with their auditions. These are real specialists in Hollywood. They command a great respect and are highly sought after. One such person is our star guest tonight on Hollywood Headliners. She is the dialogue coach, and you'll find out what that means in just a moment, and an on-set acting coach for kids shows. She's also an actress and a TV host. Let's welcome our guest, MaryKate McGeehan. Hi, MaryKate.
Hi.
Wait,
Hi. Oh,
I got to get you on camera because you look so good.
I like that. I like that applause.
Wow.
Hi. This is so fun to be here.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, it's awesome.
We love to talk about. So many of our listeners are people that are in the business, want to get in the business all over the world. And, we like to tell them a little bit about what it's really like to be in the business. It ain't that easy. And you've hosted.
Yes.
You've acted.
Yes. I've done just about
In fact,
everything.
didn't you audition for Jeff Greenberg one time? Jeff was our...
Yes, I did. Many years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I had an acting career some time ago. And back in the 80s, and I was so lucky. I mean, I'm one of the actresses that I can honestly say was very lucky to have a career that just blossomed. And it all started with 2 lines.
What were those 2 lines?
Pop, you can't be serious, and you're looking at a Boston Pops washout on Falcon Crest.
Oh, you were on Falcon Crest.
Yes, I was. And those 2 lines, I was so lucky, ended up being 2 years. So there are no small parts, and I tell this to everybody. Don't say, oh, it's just a couple of lines.
Right.
Even if you have just a look, you never know where it's going to lead, and you should invest yourself 1,000% in everything you do. So,
and it makes walking out your mailbox really fun.
oh my gosh, yes.
Residuals.
Residuals. That was an amazing time in my life.
Yeah.
It truly was, and one door led to another. So I was really...
Were you part of the Aaron Spelling family?
I did a hotel. I did 2 hotels. I did Love Boat.
On the Love Boat.
On the Love Boat.
Wow.
I did all those fun shows
Did you do a
back
Vegas?
then. Didn't do a Vegas, but I did a Magnum, a Murder, She Wrote, a Simon and Simon. And I just got to work with Mac on...
We're going to make you look better. Jamal just came in. There we go.
Oh, there's a camera on. Oh, God.
You were blown out, babe.
I was? Okay.
Yeah.
Does it look
Now,
good?
Jamal, nice work.
Now it's better.
Thank you.
It's
I didn't even know that was there. Oh
well,
my
now
gosh,
Jamal's going to come in and say, I'm a director. I should be directing my own show. Jamal's a great guy. Hey, what's a dialogue coach?
What is a good question. A dialogue coach, it's not a dialect coach.
Ah.
I will start out with that. Everyone
So
says,
you're not going to help me with my Swedish accent?
Oh, yeah, I could,
You
because
could.
I do a very good
Yeah,
one.
I want to be the boy in the dragon tattoo.
Well, I could help you with that, but
2 meatballs.
that's not what I do.
Hey, you guys, wake up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in IKEA.
Oh,
Sorry.
I actually played a Swedish girl on Sweet Life.
Well,
I
you
played
look
Helga.
You look Helga-ish.
A Helga-ish, yeah.
All right, so that's a dialect
That's
coach.
a dialect coach. A dialogue coach basically is in charge of the dialogue in a script. But on a kids show, they are the reinforcer for whatever the director wants. So on a kid show, for instance, I was on Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Sweet Life on Deck. Had the pleasure of working there for 6.5 years. It was...
Say those were 2 of your favorite shows, weren't they?
Oh, my, yes. And they were a blast. They were so much fun. Seriously. My
Zach
friend...
or Cody?
Zach and...
Zach and Cody.
Zach
But
and
Zach
Cody.
or Cody, which one?
Did you date either of them?
Oh, no. They were... no.
And they aren't acting anymore, are they? Or are they still...
They went to NYU. They
Oh,
both had
wow.
4.0s.
That's
While
amazing.
working. You know who they were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, of course you do.
I did.
They...
That's why, Mary Kate, that's why we have her on the show.
to fill you in.
Yeah, to feel like, it's like, whoa, Zach and Cody? Oh, yeah, we're tight.
Was it like Seals and Crofts?
No, that was so long ago. No, that's a whole other time.
Fleetwood and Mac?
Get hip, guys. Get hip on this.
Crosby, Stills, and
Wait,
Zach
before you
Cody?
get into the kids thing, go back to that, because you work on Mike and Molly.
Now, yes.
Which is a hit show.
Oh,
I mean, it's another Chuck Lorre show.
It's an amazing show.
That guy is just, everything he touches is like gold, 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 gold,
Kind of the
gold.
gold
And then he's
So
got...
that must be completely different than working with, I would think.
100,000% different.
All right, talk about Mike and Molly here first.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what
well,
I wanna
first of
know.
all, I just want to say that it is the best cast I've ever worked with. They are truly the most wonderful human beings. They're phenomenal
Come on, they're big
actors.
stars.
Now
They're
the
making a
truth.
lot of money.
Yeah, yeah. Now
But
the
they're
truth.
They treat her like dirt, and she's just trying to cover. Come on, Mary-Kate.
No, I swear.
Now the real story.
You're telling me
I will
Melissa,
tell you the real
that
story.
hot Melissa McCarthy is nice to you when you walk on? Wow.
She's a dream.
Good.
Billy
Funny as
is a
hell.
dream. Reno is a dream. The entire cast. I pinch myself because I get to be paid working with this phenomenal group.
And where do they do that, by the way?
Oh, at Warner Brothers.
Over at
on
Warner
Stage
Brothers.
24, which used to be the Friends stage, and Casablanca was shot there, which is kind of historical. I love
Wow.
history.
Yeah.
Movie
Do
history.
you remember Casablanca?
Yes.
Well,
Come
that's
on, you
not.
guys.
Good girl.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Is that the one?
Probably because it was referenced in Zach and Cody, right?
Actually,
Hey,
I
Zach,
maybe
man.
might-
Probably.
I bet.
It's one of those things that gets referenced here
A
and
lot,
there.
yes.
Yeah.
Poor Mary-Kate. So, all right. So, what do you do? Talk a little bit about your gig over there at Mike and Molly.
Okay.
What's that comprised of? What do you do?
Well, honestly, what I do there is I run lines with all the actors.
And what's that mean, running lines?
That means, well, in the script, we all know what a script is. Okay, there's
Andy doesn't know squat,
Andy,
Mary.
work with me here.
Ignore.
Yeah,
It
that's
says
very good.
fade in, interior, and then there's a character.
This is John Cryer, and you are.
On Mike and Molly, I get to run lines with anybody who wants to run lines, and everything should be as written on the page, so you don't paraphrase,
Right.
you don't add words, which is a big thing when we go back to the kids shows. So my job at Mike and Molly is being a safety net. So we run lines during, the rehearsals, and then when it comes time to shoot, to block and shoot, I am in between the cameras, ready to go in if they go up on a line, and I just
Which
show it to
means
them.
if they forget.
If they forget,
I-
which does not often happen.
No.
No, they're
pretty good, aren't they, at that
they're
level?
They're really amazing and hilarious human beings, and I know you don't believe they are really wonderful. It's a dream.
I
cast.
believe you.
Rob. I swear.
Believe you, Mary-Kate. God, who wouldn't believe you?
Oh well, maybe some people might
Yeah,
not, but it's true.
but do they come to you? Listen to me. I sound like I'm studying.
Yes.
Do they come and say, Mary-Kate, do you think I should say it this way or that way?
Oh no.
So you're not
no.
coaching them?
Oh God, no. I don't go. No, that would be on a kids show. That's where it turns into being an on-set acting coach because maybe they forget or there's a
All right,
child.
wait. We're going to get to that in a
We'll
second.
get to that part.
I
So
don't know how many times I have to tell you that.
I know, I'm
I
sorry.
don't want to talk about the kid shows right now.
I know.
It's like,
I forget.
read my lips.
Redo.
Mary-Kate.
Okay. Yes. What's the question?
Yeah, I can't remember now.
Okay,
no, so
great.
but
Okay.
so you're sort of there if they go up on a line.
Yes, and I
forget.
run in. I show it to them on the script. I have my little handy dandy cardboard little thing that I made with a pocket on the back and a little light thing.
Oh,
and
how
it's-
cute.
It's my own little rig. And it's really great because it's lightweight, and I go in and I just show them maybe what they went up on. I circle the word if they go up on it.
And this is in front of the audience and everything.
In front of the audience, here's the thing in front of the audience. It's so exciting, number one. But number two, if they go up in a line, you don't shout out, "Oh, it's this."
Hey,
You-
stupid! You said it wrong.
No. You run in and you show because it could be the joke, and you don't want to give.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow,
So
that's right.
you have to go in quickly, and you have to kind of read the body language of the actors because some people don't. I'll take like one step, and I know that Rena will just give me a look like, "Okay, back off."
Back off, sister.
Yeah, back. But everybody's a little
Is
bit
Rena
different.
the stoner sister?
Oh no.
Who's Rena?
Reno.
Reno.
Reno Wilson.
Oh.
He plays Carl.
Who is the sister?
Melissa's sister is Katie Mixon from Louise. She is.
That character is.
Why do you have
Is
a crush
she-
on her?
No, I just think it's one of the funniest characters in
you
prime
can-
time.
Isn't
The
she
fact that
hilarious?
she's high all the time.
All the time.
I mean, it's
And truly one of the sweetest. Oh my God, she has
She's
a
funny.
litany of of cute. Oh, my precious baby girl. She's so adorable.
Yeah.
So sweet and good. I mean, so you have seen the show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I like, yeah.
Oh, it's just
Yeah,
hilarious.
no, I like it
I mean,
a
to
lot.
watch these people working is just like a master class. And I get to be there to do it.
Are you there the whole week during the shoot?
Yes, we have a table read,
On
and then
Mondays?
we have rehearse,
Yeah.
and then we are a Tuesday block and shoot day and a Wednesday night show,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of works in the Chuck Lorre, world because he has 2.5 Men, Big Bang Theory, which
Unbelievable.
is genius,
And the
now
new one coming out, yeah.
Mom.
By the way, Mary-Kate, I don't know if you know Bob Heath. Bob Heath was with us a couple months
Heath,
ago.
I know the name, yeah.
Bob is an EP over on Hot in Cleveland.
Oh, yes,
and he did
that's
the
it.
Belushi show, and he did
Right.
Mad About You. And Bob gave us a real primer on what a sitcom how it really breaks down. Everything's involved, and I would urge people, if they haven't heard the Hollywood Headliner show with Bob Heath, to go back and check that out. Because
fantastic.
you could write a term paper on how to understand a sitcom.
I said because it is very
In
different.
fact, Say did write a term paper on it and got a B+
Good
over at
girl.
Cal State Northridge. It was really, it's really great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It really is a different animal than any other show. It's
Yeah.
a situation comedy, which is very different than episodic or feature film.
Yeah.
And it's got a special energy, and that energy is very different on kids' shows, which I call them kidcoms. They're situation comedies for.
Good. All right, we're going to take a little break.
Oh, okay.
And when we come back, we're going to be Swedish the whole time.
Yeah, okay. That's
MaryKate
sweet.
McGeehan is our guest. She's a dialogue coach. She works with kids. Moms, if your little precious is going to be a kid actor, you got to listen to this next one. It'll be great. We'll be right back on Hollywood Headliners. This is Rob Weller.
You're listening to the headliners that make Hollywood work. Once again, here's Rob Weller.
I'll be here if I turn up my microphone. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Rob Weller along with Big Andy E. and Say Rose. And our special guest tonight is MaryKate McGeehan. MaryKate is there looking lovely. As a matter of fact,
Right. But
we're
before-
getting a rash of really kinky questions coming in tonight,
my.
MaryKate. We haven't really
Bring
been
'em on.
faced with this with any of our guests, at least not with Carl Gottlieb, who wrote Jaws. What kind of questions are coming in tonight?
Well, we have one before we get into the children acting, the really important stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Who does your hair?
Who does your hair?
I am glad you asked. That's hilarious. A wonderful guy named Mark Rollins at Suburbia Salon.
And I believe they're in Studio City.
Studio City.
Oh.
Yes, right in the heart of Studio City.
Our-
It turns out that 97.31% of all guests that come on this frickin' show are from Studio City. Are you from Studio City?
Yes, sort of.
Pull your mic a little closer.
Oh,
just so I can
here.
hear.
Okay. I was born in Burbank, lived in Sherman Oaks,
Mm-hmm.
lived in Studio City, lived in Sherman Oaks, and now I'm back in Studio City.
Yeah.
Nice.
And for our listeners,
She's
you know,
been traveling the border.
like a
Yeah.
quarter of our listeners are all around the globe right now. In fact, there's probably a couple of kinky guys in Dubai that are trying to figure out, how do I buy this woman and bring her over
Really?
here?
Oh, my.
I would like to bring her over here.
Was that Irish or Dubai?
That's Irish.
That was
Arr,
Irish.
matey. That's pirate. So we're all...
That was arguably your worst accent. But
You know, here I thought Mary-Kate was a dialect coach, and I was going to try all my
I can
stupid...
be a dialect coach.
Have you done that before?
Oh yeah, yeah. As at my when I grew up, my dad. Oh, we have
can you do Israeli?
Israel.
That's a hard accent.
Israeli,
I think
Israeli, it's got a little...
deeper
It's got a...
if I hear
Guttural.
I
It's just a
think I
little
could-
guttural.
Was that? I don't know if this is Israel.
It's
yeah.
Armenian.
Maybe I don't know.
Oh, how about the Russian?
Russian is,
easy.
that's-
And if you're in
that's-
Studio
that's-
City, it's really
It's very
easy.
easy. Oh, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Das ist true.
That's
Mary-Kate is, if you're just joining us, Mary-Kate is a dialogue coach, which means she works with the actors. She's currently over at Mike and Molly, which is a very, very successful CBS sitcom here in the United States, another Chuck Lorre super hit. And then you also work with kids.
Yes.
Now, I have met, 21,000 moms who feel that their kid is going to be a star, and they want them, to get out there and let's talk about being a child star and how you, how do you get in the first place? What's an audition like? What happens when you get the gig? What do you do on the set? Talk us through some of this stuff.
wow. That's a.
Because Say is really
Where
interested.
do I begin? My experience working with kids started at the Disney Channel on The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. My friend who I grew up with, Danny Kalis, who is a wonderful executive producer, writer, he has done 1,000 things. He asked me to be the dialogue coach on this show. And it was a really interesting experience because I could really see what happens when kids get cast. Very different than adults. It's a business. Show business. It's not show fun, it's show business. And you really, as a parent, have to know that your child is going to be working in a business, and you really have to know that. And I think it's...
So you're saying it's not all fun and games on the set?
It is. It can be, but when it's time to work, it's time to work. And you really do need to know that. Kids should be kids, but they need to know what they're getting into. I will say that the set... all the sets that I've ever worked on have been very kid-friendly. They are, number one, take care of them, make sure that they're okay.
Well, there's a lot of restrictions. There's a lot of rules anyway with kids. I mean, below a certain age, you can only be on a set for 15 minutes or something.
Right, exactly. There are certain rules that are really set in there. They have to go to school. It's all dependent on what the producers want them to do. And I did a show called Smart Guy, which was a really, really fun show. That was about, 15 years ago. And that was my first experience being a stand-in. Now, having been an actress back in the day, I didn't even know what a stand-in was. And when they would come in the stand and say, oh, well, we're going to be coming in now. I say, oh, no, I got it. I'll be here. It's fine. I didn't really understand what a stand-in does. When I did the Smart Guy show, I learned how to be a stand-in as well as a dialogue coach on that show. And it really was an eye-opener, and I'm so glad it happened because, not that I had a major ego or anything, but being in front of the camera and being, the star on a show, it really
Which is, by the way, that's the part of the business I like personally.
Well, it is really fun, let's be real.
What was it like?
Unfortunately, Andy and Say try to cut in on my turf.
Aw. Really? Did they do that? What do you do?
What do you do, Rob?
Yes,
I turn the microphones down.
Oh, are you well aware of this?
Remember, I'm in control.
You are in control.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, may I continue?
Yeah, keep going.
The thing that I was going to say that I loved about having that job as a stand-in and learning how to be a dialogue coach is it really made me understand that this is a collaborative business and everybody's job matters. I never even thought about it before. It's just you go to work and be an actress and do what I do.
Yeah.
But now it was a whole different set of rules and criteria, and I realized everybody's job matters, every single person. So that was a great thing for me, and I really realized how being a stand-in is so important. And I was allowed to be an acting stand-in. Sometimes you stand just for lighting, but this was an opportunity.
What are some of the things that you have to teach the kids? I mean, in terms of decorum and all that on the set. Talk a little about that.
Okay, when you go on a set, again, it's be polite. It's like being in school. You don't run around. You should be always attentive. Be on the set. Listen to what the director has to say. If you don't understand something, ask a question. Don't be afraid to, if you don't understand, if the director says, I want you to do so-and-so, and if you don't get it, ask for clarity. Understand, because don't be afraid to ask questions.
And are these kids out there with their parents or with
Parents are always there. Some kids, the parents are nearby. They're on set. You do have a teacher. There's a teacher that's always there. I think it's good for the parents to be nearby but not right there.
Yeah.
It allows the child to be able to really be themselves and have fun. It should be fun. They should really be having fun doing what they're doing. And I would say 99% of the kids that I have worked with have a blast, and that's why they are there. It's a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of hard work to make it look easy.
And a lot of time. It's not a very fast process.
It is, yeah, right.
What are some of the mistakes that kids make?
That they think it's easy, that they go, oh, I could do that, and then they realize, oh my gosh, it is not that easy. It really does take a lot of hard work to make things seem natural, to make scenes come alive. It's all about acting is reacting. It's listening. It's very important technical things. Eye focus. Don't let your eyes wander, or the audience is going to be.
Yeah. Excuse me, Andy. Look at me.
Good one.
God dang it.
Articulation.
Paying attention to our guest.
Yes,
you.
very good.
Thank you. there are technical things that I've
Articulation?
learned. Articulation. I have my kids do tongue twisters.
Like?
Fun.
I say we shall say six-ish. Six-ish I say we shall say.
Say.
Shall
Okay,
we
say.
Say.
Come on, say.
I say we will say six-ish. Okay.
Do it
So
again.
close.
Do it
I'll
again.
practice. I'll practice.
I say we shall say six-ish.
I say we shall say six-ish.
Six-ish. Six-ish I say we shall say.
Six-ish I say we shall say.
It's easier if you do it in a
close.
British accent.
Yeah,
I say
I
we shall say
say.
six-ish. Six-ish I say we shall say.
I say it is quite.
Bloody
Yes,
good.
I say.
Yeah, indeed.
But that's really the reason we do tongue twisters
Yeah.
is that every single script has somebody's name, Mr. Hickenlooper or something that
right.
you have to really say it. They don't want to hear mumble mouth. They don't want to hear mush mouth. Don't talk 90 miles an hour. You can have a sense of urgency and still talk slowly. I focus pace, energy, articulation.
You know, I will say that I'm glad you're bringing this up. I will say one of my complaints I have about, and it's because I'm getting a little older, and you know, when you get a little older, your hearing ain't quite as good.
Say what?
I said.
What?
So some of these shows, especially now, they're featuring a lot of British guys. We're getting a lot of British actors.
Yes.
One of my favorites is the Sherlock Holmes thing over on CBS. With Johnny Lee. What's his name?
I know who you mean. I can
come on.
see his face in it.
I watch
can't
every
think of
week.
his name.
I don't watch CBS. Too old.
But it's British, and there's a lot of British things. And then there was another cop show I was watching the other night, and they've got a new character, and he's from Brooklyn or something. He talks real fast, and he's like, "Honey, what did he just say to her?" Yeah, and I think the articulation, even the Mindy Project,
Yes.
I love her.
Great.
She's hilarious, but she's got this little Keebler Elf voice, and it goes really fast, and it's hard to
hear.
So
that's a big thing. That is a big complaint with producers is have them slow down so we can hear what they say. Mm-hmm. So it's good to merge technical things while you're learning acting. And again, keep it simple. Acting is reacting. It's listening. Don't anticipate. You really have to play off.
What do you mean it's reacting?
Well, if I throw a ball to you, you can't catch it till it's thrown. You shouldn't react until somebody says or does something.
Mm-hmm.
So acting is really listening, and then you react. Like if you say something, you're listening to me,
Yeah.
and you're nodding, so you're reacting to what I'm saying, as opposed to anticipating. Now, sometimes kids will learn lines and anticipate and react before they're supposed to.
Gotcha. Just so they get their line out.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, there's a lot of frickin' pressure. I mean,
Oh my gosh, there's so much pressure. Yeah, that's why you have to have fun. You should.
Mm-hmm.
This should be a fun gig. You should love acting.
That's what we were hoping here with Hollywood Headliners, but it hasn't turned.
Doesn't work. Sometimes things don't work out.
It
like
just
planned.
doesn't. Sometimes it just doesn't work out here with. No, we actually we
you
have a
guys
great
have fun
time
here. No, it's so chill and wonderful.
Yeah, no,
it's great.
because we learn a lot. I'm going to take a little break. When we come back,
Yes.
I would like you to give us some hints for people who are auditioning.
Oh, great. Okay.
Want to audition, maybe some secrets, some inside secrets on how to get the gig. Because honestly, as good as you look and as terrific as your hair is tonight, our listeners only want to know what's in it for me.
Okay.
And so we're going to work on that a little bit. We're talking to MaryKate McGeehan. She is a dialogue coach. She works with kids. She may know how to get you into show business. Ooh. Wouldn't that be cool? I'm Rob Weller. This is Hollywood Headliners coming to you live from the Sunset Gower Studios in the middle of Hollywood. We'll be right back. MaryKate's going to give us a couple of secrets on auditioning. But before we get that, we've been talking about child actors and things. And during the break, you guys...
Right. Well, earlier I touched on Amanda Bynes and the issues she's going through now. And Lindsay Lohan was brought up. All of these actors who started as children. So have you noticed or do you have any insight into why kids who do go into acting end up growing up a little off or struggling?
I think there's not one particular answer that would cover it, but I will say I have seen you need to have a very strong circle of trust and people you can depend on to tell you no, to say, no, you can't go to that party, you can't do that. To really have the guts and the fortitude and the strength to be able to say no.
Yeah, but that's so hard in this business.
Of course it is.
And it's hard in this town.
It's hard being a parent anyway, and yet then when you're in this situation, I think it makes it even harder. I also think that there's a sense of entitlement that comes when you become a child star.
Right.
It just happens.
Everybody tells you how great you are, how
Yes.
great you look.
Yeah, and when you grow out of that, and all of a sudden you're not cute, and you're you know,
Your
and
nose
right.
is
What was
big.
it like?
Puberty.
You work on the Warner Brothers lot, and Chuck
Yes.
Lorre and all his shows, and for about a year or two, Chuck Lorre's shows were in the middle of the vortex, the whole Charlie Sheen thing, Ashton Kutcher, and then Angus. So what was it like being inside that?
Well, I personally wasn't involved in that because
Right,
I'm on a
right.
different show.
No, but on the lot, and you hear things, and
All I heard is that Angus just, I think, was very uncomfortable with where he was, and he wanted to move on, and I think he was able to at that point, and so he did. And I think I can't really comment because I was not
Right.
a part of that camp, and there was not a lot of discussion about it. I saw it like you did in the news. I just have seen train wrecks, and I think it's so sad to see like Amanda Bynes and
Yeah,
Lindsay Lohan.
it
It's
is.
just-
It can be a really, really tough business.
Oh, it can be. So
Unless
that's
you
why
can
need to
stay
be-
on solid ground, yeah.
You have to, and I think that's really important.
All right, in
Yes.
about a minute, give me 3 tips for young actors or actors of all ages who are going out on an audition tomorrow. They want the big gig. Come on, MaryKate,
Okay.
suck it to us.
Okay, well, I think number one, be prepared. There's no excuse to not be prepared, even if you just got it. And don't make an excuse. Don't make an apology when you enter. Own the room, own the space when you come in.
So don't say,
Hi.
Yeah.
Come in and say, hi, I'm here and I'm ready to perform. Every audition should be a performance, 100% performance. Don't shake hands unless they offer your hand.
wait, don't shake hands
Don't
with a
shake
casting
hands.
director?
No.
Why?
Germs. If they, this is what I was told by, I asked several casting directors,
Yeah.
and they said, don't shake hands. Unless we offer our hand, don't shake hands.
And usually they don't offer a hand unless you're in the final 5.
Probably
Yeah,
yes.
right.
But that's kind of, I thought, wow, it makes sense if you're shaking 9,000 kids' germ.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Right. No,
And
so
when you come in the room, do you have to hurry up and do your line?
I think, no. What I always tell my kids is go in. It's your time to shine. It's your time to perform. So take a moment before you begin. If they say, okay, we're ready to go, take 2 seconds to center yourself, think where you are, what are you doing, take a deep breath, and become your character. Take a moment. Don't let them rush you. And have fun. Have fun. If you get a last minute, I will throw this in, if you get a last minute audition and you have no time, don't panic. Take the panic out. You should memorize the first line and maybe the last. Hold your sides. Always hold your sides. And the sides are the
script.
The script, the scene that you're going to do.
Yeah,
Yes.
Andy's sides are much different.
Oh, the world. That's a whole
right.
Those are the
another.
wides.
That's a whole other world. What else?
Well, we're getting
done?
close.
Oh,
I want to say, if someone wants to say, God, can I hire her? Can they get a hold of you at www.kidcomcoach.com?
yes, that's my new website.
Say, will you put that on the site?
I will. I'll put that
Thank
up
you.
right now.
Oh, awesome! Thank you.
This is MaryKate McGeehan. She is not only a lovely person and a damn good coach and a kids acting coach. She's a great guest. Thank you very much
you.
for being
We're
here.
done?
Can you? I know it.
It
Can you
flies
believe it?
by. It's so sad.
I don't know.
Fastest
Well,
ever.
Andy talked too much, as usual.
As usual.
Oh, this was so much. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you for being with us tonight on Hollywood Headliners. Remember, you have as much right to Hollywood as anyone, but if you come out here, be prepared. I'm Rob Weller. We'll see you next week right here on UBN Radio on Hollywood Headliners. Have a great week, everybody.
Shows that make you laugh. Shows that make you think. Music that moves you. It could only be one place. Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
Oh, it takes